私の名前は羽尾清と申します。年は現在71歳です。15歳の時に剣道を始めましたので、57年間剣道をやっていることになります。そして1972年にカナダに移住しました。今48年になります。First, I became vice president of Ontario Kendo Federation. Then Canadian Kendo Federation's president said, "Hey, can you come to CKF?" So I became manager or something. So I worked for 6 years for CKF. We did the international tournament in Toronto in 1999. After the war, the American military or government denied Japanese play kendo. So we couldn't play kendo. And then slowly, gradually, it started came up. I was 15 when we started. Around that time when I started, we didn't have a TV yet, but we had like a story on the radio. It's called Red Door Suzunosuke, Aka Door Suzunosuke. So we run home and every day listen to that story. There's one very memorable match that I still remember. It's my very first match. And amazingly, it finished in 30 seconds. And obviously I lost. It took me 30 seconds and I was totally out of my breath. So tired and don't even remember what happened. How could this happen? 30 seconds, I lost 2 points. It was quite a shock. But that didn't discourage me. I was like fascinated. What's this all about, you know? So it actually made me more interested in kendo than giving up. So my first wife was my kendo student. She was 17 years old. So then we married when she was 19. And after that, every 2 years, 4 babies came. When they were kids, you know, I couldn't manage any other way that one kid to volleyball, one kid to swimming, one cat. So no choice, kendo, everybody. So the routine is I pick them up, go to kendo, and then they hate it. They're whining in the car, and they always ask, so what do you like to have a lunch? Then McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's. My youngest one hated the most. I said, why we have to do kendo? Then the daughter, the next youngest one, said, because Papa is a sensei. But I said, you know, you are under my support. When you start the university, I treat you as an adult. So you pick whatever you want to do, but be responsible for yourself. This is an interesting story that one winter day, all my kendo friends were talking about, hey, let's get together, you know. Winter, there's not much entertainment, right? So one of the kendo friend worked for a fish company. So he said, yeah, let's have a sushi party, you know, and I'll bring all the fish. So then said, hey, you're not doing anything, so you come a little early and help us. So nobody had experience, but you know, we had a wonderful time. And somebody said, hey, why don't you start sushi bar? At least one good thing, you will never go hungry. So I said, yes, that's it. It's amazing that in 1970, I think, the first international tournament was held in Japan, and 73 was in California. And so we participated from second time. I don't know how many countries participated, but not many. But now, like, 40, 50? It's growing so fast, and Korea has been the number one rival to Japanese, right? When you look at their matches, it's very hard to distinguish the difference. There are lots and lots of exchanges. Korean people visit Japan, Japanese go there. And the same thing is happening even with China. I hear China, many kendo clubs there. So I hear that their kendo level is improving very rapidly. So fast. I myself is struggling how to deal with the university kendo club here in Canada. In Japan, it's like the place I came from is very structured. But here is sometimes you wonder, is this really the serious kendo club or maybe social club? You see so many people when Christmas parties happening. But the regular practice is, well, you know, that they live in far away in Mississauga or so. So, you know, I feel bad pushing them too hard to come. There's some degree of disappointment because, oh, that guy looks good, and I hope he comes every, practice. I never see him. Then what can you do, right? Everybody has different situations. I just want to see as many serious kendo players. I think only one time that I seriously thought of quitting when I lost to beginner in Shai when I was at the high school. Before the big tournament, we have an internal a tournament to pick who's going to go to the tournament. Once I lost against this beginner, and I was so shocked, ashamed of myself. I wrote a letter to my sensei from high school. But the sensei says, that's part of your growing up, so don't give up, keep going. Any other sports, I believe that if you keep practicing, maybe you will not be a world champion, but you can come to a certain level. As you get older, the win or lose doesn't really matter so much. And when you improve your skill and understanding of it, then your enjoyment will be more intense and deeper.